Hi everyone, I welcome you all to the Azure Developer Community's podcast series. This is Chavi, your podcaster, and today I am very much happy to welcome Mohammad Asif with us, and he has amazing experience in the field of blockchain. To be honest, his first MVP when he got his Microsoft MVP thing, so he it was in the domain of blockchain, and this is something very much amazing. And at the same time, he's an cloud architect, and also he is a speaker. He helps the community a lot in their upliftment, and also he's a blogger. So, with that, I will be very happy to welcome you, Asif, in the today's podcast, and let's hear something from your side as well about you.
Yeah, thank you, Chavi, for having me here. I'm really thankful of Azure community for organizing this podcast. And about me, I am Asif Fakar. I'm a Microsoft MVP and Microsoft Azure, and working in Singapore as a cloud solution architect. I have over 10 years experience in this field related to blockchain technology. I started my career as a on different technologies. Started with PHP, .NET, and then various platforms on Dynamic SharePoint. And now I have worked with a couple of blockchain projects in my career with the different blockchain platforms, mostly in Ethereum and Quorum, Hyperledger, Corda, almost all. And we have done a couple of cool projects, which is some of them are live still yet and being used in financial organizations. And more on I started with my journey with blockchain in 2016. It's almost 6 years. And if you think about web3 and blockchain, it's a future technology. It's transforming the industry, and everyone has accepted is blockchain is going to transform the industry in upcoming years. And more on so if you are thinking to means like learn about blockchain or web3, or you want to start, so I would say you just start entering in. Maybe you start doing blogging, means development of the products. And yeah, maybe you can take as any use case. For me, I started was because I was very curious about it. Was the latest technology in 2016, and actually no one having much idea on this. So I want to learn about it. So I started with doing a small CRUD application. In On the time there was a Ethereum available. That was the only blockchain platform. There was other blockchain platform as well, but I was not much aware on the time. And so I started with Ethereum, and it was for a public blockchain platform available. So about blockchain, if you ask me, there are two types of blockchain in current scenario, like a public blockchain and private blockchain network. So what public is where you can do the transaction with anyone, so like a Bitcoin, Ethereum. And when we talk about the business scenario or business use case, so then it's more on you should know the party with whom you are doing the transactions to avoid any kind of fraud. So that is more on proof of identity. So in that kind of scenario, private blockchain network came in picture. And there are a couple of companies which are playing a very good role in terms of like IBM. They're having a blockchain platform available like Hyperledger, which is a quite adopted by a lot of companies. And there is a consensus which have adopted the Ethereum. So in 2015, actually, a few organizations came, Ethereum organizations came, and they formed a private blockchain network that's called Quorum. So I was using, from past 2 years, I was using blockchain as a service provided by Microsoft Azure, which was built on Quorum blockchain network. So that was a really nice feature and service provided by Microsoft Azure. And we have used for our like couple of POCs in one for that was for the document management system, and there was also for the letter of credit, which was used by trade and finance department. And that platform was built on Quorum, and it still is being used by our organization. And there are a couple of other platforms and frameworks available like Coda. So it is also available on Microsoft Azure, and they have a really good support. And recently Microsoft Azure is doing really good in terms of providing features of ledger in SQL databases as well. So if you are interested to know so what actually blockchain use case and how it benefits, if you need to, don't go into a technology straightforward. You should know, understand the business concept, how exactly they are trying to provide consistent data to each party. So suppose at present, if you ask me about the multi-party system, because a lot of companies you having their own systems, they are not talking to each other, and the process is if suppose some financial organization is there, and so to talk with some other financial organization, so they have uh, different process. They need to talk, like there are some intermediary availables, and it helps to means this process is more on very time consuming. First of all, it's more on in terms of costly, because there are a lot of intermediary parties available, which is trying to help with different financial organizations. And so to avoid that kind of scenario, the blockchain came into picture, because it's the only multi-party system available. And means people mean like organizations can form on a network, a consortium which is called. So when they do the transaction, so the notification goes to other party, and they can verify the transactions, and they can approve, reject, and they can see. So in that network, all the parties will be known. Means when the transaction is performed, so everyone is informed, okay, this transaction is performed, and the related parties will know that, okay. And so that then only the data will be added to the network. So that's the beauty of the technology, and you can say. So so it helps to bridge the gap of data redundancy, and it also helps to improve the process in terms of it helps to improve the transparency of between the different parties, and avoid the cost and remove the intermediary parties. So that's how the blockchain is helping in the world nowadays. And in upcoming future, it's like we will see uh, different use case in different fields. I was a part of one hackathon, Solana hackathon, with Microsoft Azure. We have built one like a product, POC product, and deployed on Microsoft Azure, and that was a Solana hackathon. So there was a company from Korea, so they have released their NFT tokens in on blockchain network, and that was built to celebrities, and because they were selling their products on the platform as an NFT. And yeah, so it was a really cool use case. It's like, so people are coming with, in the gaming industries also. I was seeing one project, they have it's like to maintain their the coins, or maybe their reward system. So they were using the blockchain technology in the back end. And so because it helps to improve the transparency, means no one can say that there is any fraud or any, because in the good thing with the blockchain is there is no update option. It's like there is always a create. So what it helps is means suppose you have there is any transaction happen between two parties, so no one can tamper the transactions, because the transaction is added only when all the parties agree to it. And yeah, so that's helps to avoid any kind of fraud. So that's why that blockchain technology is evolving, and in upcoming future we'll see very many use cases.
That was really very much insightful, and that's pretty much true. Like blockchain is like helping a lot of people in understanding, and also there are various frauds and also scams that used to happen in blockchain. So, according to you, how like they can just like save themselves with those frauds, and what all like beginner knowledge that they should have before stepping into this particular domain? Because I have seen a lot of my friends saying that, okay, I have been scanned by this person on Telegram or some XYZ platform. So in that case, like what are your views on that, and also how they can like prevent these scammers and hackers from themselves?
Yeah, actually, that kind of use case is more on cryptocurrency you will face. Yeah, if you are talking about the open blockchain network, which is more on the cryptocurrency, like you're having a Bitcoin or means like Ethereum wallet or maybe some other coin, means like altcoins, you can say that. So what they do is because in that network anyone can perform transactions, right? So means like anyone can go and register their identity and can buy. Nowadays there are a lot of companies are coming and they are doing the KYC, but still it is not 100% because few people at the early stage of the blockchain, they have bought the altcoins and currencies, and they haven't there was no KYC process, and still there is no governance process in the whole open blockchain network. And that's you can say roadblock at present. That's why financial organizations are reluctant to adopt the technology as soon as possible. They are just validating in the US, India, and like they are saying they are not against the private blockchain, which is more on the business use case, but on the alt means like the cryptocurrency part, because there is still a lot of gap in regulations and such things. So what I can suggest is because every user will be provided a wallet, which will be means like when you are doing a transactions of cryptocurrency or such kind of things, the scammers, what they will do is they will try to steal your wallet identity, you can say the address. And if anyhow somehow they your address is compromised, then they can get that, because it's a digital coin. There is no, they can just like a MetaMask. Suppose everyone will have a unique address of the MetaMask, but there is a seed phrase. So if someone got seed phrase, they can replicate your MetaMask and can get the coins whatever you have. So yeah, that's why, because there is people who are like beginners, or like they are not very much aware about the technology. So what they do is if someone asks their seed phrase or maybe some information related to the wallet, so they can easily hack or get the information. So to avoid that, what I will say is if better means like try to use the hardware wallets. Means like because there is like the MetaMask is a digital wallet which is provided by consensus, but still you can have your own hardware wallet. Because I have some cryptocurrency, but I do I keep in hardware wallet, which transfer from MetaMask to my hardware wallet to protect that. That's the only way available as of now. There are other solutions available, but I would not recommend, because still it's online, and until unless you have something your own, so it's more protected.
That was very much great and like amazing to hear, and I'm pretty much sure that these advice will help people to prevent from those scammers and hackers. So moving with that, I have seen that you're also in blogging. So in that case, it would be really great if you can put some light on blogging. That, and also I've seen that when you are jumping to the Web3 thing, so blogging actually gives you a very good if you can also go for freelancing or some remote jobs, and you can have some good paycheck. So it would be great if you could put some light on blogging in Azure or blogging in Web3, and both the things basically.
Yeah, for me, I would just go a little behind how I started my blogging, because when I was, when I started my journey as a developer in 2012 and later on, so I felt that one of my friends suggested that what he used to do as a practice is like if there is he's facing any issue, and currently he's working with Microsoft, fortunately. And if he used to face any issue, so what he used to document and put his on blog. And that's why later on, if someone is face similar issues, so he can ask, okay, you can go and refer here. And that was the thing which clicked in my mind, and I started blogging. And I really love blogging because it helps to remind me what I have done previously, and it helps to also improve in terms of more in because when I am doing blogging, I am reading different content, different listening different videos and trying to understand more in depth. So that's how I started blogging. And suppose if I don't have much time, for speaking or organizing, because I am one of the organizer of Azure community in Singapore and data community. So if I'm not doing that, sometimes I will be doing the blogging. And if I'm learning something, yeah, that's why. So I would suggest, yeah, if you want to start something, like building your, so you can just start, blogging. It will helps to improve your ideas, and it will help you to, improve your knowledge. And yeah, sometimes it's also helpful for, as a freelancing, or maybe you can do that. uh,
That was so true, and also I totally on that point that yes, blogging will help you a lot, and it was really great to hear your journey as well, because ultimately there's some like point that we have started, and we know what are difficulties and what are challenges that we have faced, but ultimately the outcome is something that we love the most.
yeah.
So
Yeah,
yeah.
actually you are helping the community as well, because if you are doing something, people are seeing, and at least what problems you have faced, others will not face. So anyhow, you are in some other way, you are also helping the community, to grow more.
Exactly, that's so true, because ultimately people think that now, like for example, you are a Microsoft MVP, so this might be very easy for you, but in reality, we know that this was so difficult, and we have worked day and night to get that particular thing, and also at the same time, you have the corporate life, and it would be very much difficult for you as well to give time to the Azure and to give time to your own corporate life. So I totally agree on that point. So with that thing, there's one more question that I have been asked various times, that like what all are the like roles and responsibilities looks like when you go to some like good levels, like after contributing to like 4 to 5 years in the corporate. So how your roles and responsibilities change, and do you also like still do you love the work that you do, or you want to like change your domain? So how it actually looks like after a period of time?
For me, actually, you can say it's I'm very passionate about what I'm doing. Okay, and at present, because the MVP thing, especially the MVP thing, why? Because it always helps me to understand the latest technology and the latest trend, what is going on. Means like when I choose the why I choose the blockchain at the initial stage, because although I was working on .NET, SharePoint, and different technologies on the time, I started my career as a PHP developer, and then trend change, and I have learned on different technologies. So on the time, I realized that blockchain is quite unique, although there was AI available, and I felt that there's no one in the blockchain, and I should at least learn and do something in that area, because it will help others as well. And so in my organizations, and how I got a lot of support from my organization, because on the time we have an innovation department, we have several projects on uh, AI and blockchain, and somehow I got recognition, because when I was doing this in the community, outside the community, and somehow I got the recognition. Okay, I can do that also, although I was just means like developer senior. Then I shifted in innovation department, and we have done a couple of blockchain projects, and it helped me. Means like professionally, it helped me a lot in terms of being recognized in community and company as well. And my roles and responsibility, got changed accordingly. So if you are choosing some latest technologies than trend, and trying to do something, I think it will help you a lot in terms of roles and responsibility what you're playing. And so you should be always eager to learn something, do something new. Like currently, my focus is with the blockchain technologies, and I'm also looking infra as a code, which is the latest technology like Terraform, Plumi, and AKS. So it helps to motivate me to keep learning something new. In my current organizations, my roles and responsibilities change according to the time. Means like I've worked on several projects, and after 4 5 years, means like I was more in the development, now more in means like cloud migration projects and more in DevOps and SRE kind of role. So where you are helping to improve the process in terms of. But I am a tech geek, so I love to do the programming and like coding. So that's why I am more active in the communities to bridge the gap of my coding skills to do something different.
That was so amazing, and yeah, that's true. Like the passion is important, and I too agree on this point. Like right now, youth thinks that changing the companies after every 1 year is good, but ultimately, if you have that passion, you won't be changing your domain and company every year. So you'll be sticking to one.
Yeah, it still means like if you are means like because it depends what's your ultimate goal is like. Even though whatever the projects and I mean, like in your company you are working on, maybe in any technologies it's you are working on, but if you are eager to learn something new and do something new, you have always options, you know and that's how the blogging and participating in the community and giving the tech talks, because it helps me to improve technically, and in terms of a lot of things you get the recognition. So
Yeah, exactly, exactly. Also, moving with that, I would be very happy to conclude this amazing podcast with any of your advice, or if you could share some of your future plans. What are you planning for future? Like, will you be changing your domain or company, or any plan that you would be happy to share?
Uh, yeah, I would advise for if you want to learn any new technology or something, I would suggest that you just start with any simple use case, and you start building the products. So at least you will know the different technologies, because somehow what I felt is whenever I was going from different courses, like so I always have a mindset, okay, I should know about this. Like maybe some Java or .NET or some particular technology. So it was a very limited space. But when I started doing some POCs or building some products from end, so I have idea from end to end, means like full stack and means DevOps. So it helps you to improve. So I would suggest for a beginners, or for maybe for the quick start who want to learn and who are the fresh graduates and want to start. So I think just start building something, so you will know and the problems, difficulties, so you will search more and you will find the options. And about my career, yeah, obviously I have a plan to, because I have planned to switch maybe in upcoming years, and my focus is more on the cloud solution architect, this kind of trust roles, and yeah, just trying to learn more in terms of technologies and what is coming. So
That's amazing. Like again, having more than a decade of experience, you still like having this thing in your mind that yeah, I'm staying in my learning phase. I will still keep learning and exploring new things. That's something that inspires us a lot, and also I'm pretty much sure that this podcast is going to help a lot of people out there. And also, I have put it all. His socials in the description. You guys can check them out, and you can ask any of the question if you want. It can be related to blockchain, it can be related to community contribution, and I'm pretty much sure he would be very happy to answer them all. And with that, I would be saying that yes, uh, start your journey, don't look back, and don't think twice that why you are doing. Just put your 100% effort and you'll surely gonna succeed. And with that, thanks a lot, sir, for joining in today. It was really great having you, and like the advices and the knowledge that you have shared today is gonna help a lot of people out there again. So thank you so much.
thank you, Shavi, for having me here, and it was really nice to talk with you, and hope I can contribute something with the community. And if anyone wants me to reach out, I'm very happy. I'm quite active on Twitter, so if any one of you want me to reach out for any blockchain related projects, or maybe AKS, Kubernetes, Docker, so anything, I'm happy to help. Thank you.
Great, thanks a lot.